Dear students, Assalamu alaikum and welcome to grade 9. From Noor School and College Mansehra, I am your teacher Muhammad Awais Kashmiri. Dear students, as you know that we are discussing unit number 3, Qaid, a great leader. In previous lecture, we discussed following points. Number 1, appearance of Qaid. That Qaid appeared at Madipur Airport, Karachi. Enthusiastic crowd. So the crowd was very enthusiastic when their leader came to Karachi on 7th of August 1947, showing no excitement. So dear students, overall Quaid-e-Azam was not showing any excitement. Perhaps it was because of that there were a number of Muslims who were still in subjugation, and Indians killed thousands of Muslims. Calm, serious, and sober. So, overall, Quaid-e-Azam was looking very calm, serious, and sober person. He was very strong. He didn't let anybody to know about his happiness. Perhaps he was in trouble. He was very sad because of those thousands of Muslims who were killed on the way, who were killed in trains, who were subjugated. So, because of all these things, he was very calm, serious, and looking very strong. Dear students, now we are moving towards today's lecture. In today's lecture, we will discuss thinking about Muslims. That perhaps Quaid-e-Azam was thinking about Muslims. That's why he was very calm. Enemy of today may be friend of tomorrow. Quaid-e-Azam said, enemy of today may be friend of tomorrow. We will discuss this point. Man of strong feelings. We will see that how Quaid-e-Azam is a man of very strong feelings. So dear students, now we are moving towards text. Perhaps he was thinking of the thousands who were being attacked and killed on the roads and railways as they tried to reach their homeland. Perhaps he was thinking, शायद वो सोच रहे थे, of the thousands, उन हज़ारों के बारे में, who were being attacked, जिन पर हमला किया गया था, and killed, और जो मारे गए थे, on the roads, रास्ते में, and railways, और रेलवे में, रेलों में, as they tried to reach their homeland, जब वो अपने मुल्क, अपने मादरे वतन पहुंचने की कोशिश कर रहे थे. Perhaps he was thinking of the thousands who were being attacked and killed on the roads and railways as they tried to reach their homeland. शायद आप उन हज़ार लोगों के बारे में सोच रहे थे जो अपने मादरे वतन पहुंचने की कोशिश के दौरान सड़कों और रेलों में हमले करके कत्ल किए जा रहे थे. Perhaps Quaid-e-Azam was thinking about those people, about those thousands of people who were attacked and killed on the ways while they were trying to reach their motherland. Homeland, motherland. Okay, underline this word, homeland. Pakistan's first year was terrible. पाकिस्तान का पहला साल खौफनाक था. टेरेबल, डेंजरस टू लिव, वेरी डेंजरस. अंडरलाइन दिस वर्ड प्लीज. 500,000 ऑफ इंडियन मुस्लिम्स. 500,000 5 लाख. A million means 10 lakh. So 500,000 5 lakh. 5 लाख. 500,000 5 lakh Indian Muslims were either killed or imprisoned. 5 लाख के करीब मुसलमान कत्ल किए गए थे या उनको कैद किया गया था, इम्प्रिजन, जेल्ड, कैद किया गया था। Pakistan's first year was terrible. 500,000 Indian Muslims were either killed or imprisoned. 5 लाख, पाकिस्तान का पहला साल खौफनाक था। 5 लाख हिंदुस्तानी मुसलमान या तो कत्ल किए गए या उनको कैद कर लिया गया। So Muslims were in trouble in first year. So almost 500,000 people were either killed or they were imprisoned in India. 6.5 million people left their homes and took refuge in Pakistan due to Indian atrocities. How many? 6.5 million people. तकरीबन 65 लाख लोगों ने लेफ्ट देयर होम्स, अपने घर छोड़े, एंड टुक रिफ्यूज और पनाह ली इन पाकिस्तान में, ड्यू टू इंडियन एट्रोसिटीज़, हिंदुस्तानियों के मजालिम की वजह से। सो प्लीज़ अंडरलाइन दिस वर्ड रिफ्यूज, पनाह ली, which means being safe. Indian atrocities, kindly underline this word atrocities means mazalim, cruelties. So 6.5 million people left their homes and took refuge in Pakistan due to Indian atrocities. 65 लाख लोगों ने हिंदुस्तानी मजालिम की वजह से अपने घर बार छोड़कर पाकिस्तान में पनाह ली, अपने घर बार छोड़कर पाकिस्तान में पनाह ली। हाउ मेनी पीपल? 6.5 million. So 6 million, 1 million contains 10 lakh. So 10 lakh multiplied by 6, 60,000, and half million, 5 lakh. So 65 lakh people left their homes in India and they started living in Pakistan due to cruelties of Indian people. Quaid-e-Azam was shocked, Quaid-e-Azam रंजीदा थे at these happenings, इन वाक़यात की वजह से। Quaid-e-Azam इन वाक़यात की वजह से रंजीदा थे। Which happenings, dear student? The happenings that were occurring to Muslims, that they were being killed, they were imprisoned in India. So Quaid-e-Azam was shocked at these happenings. Quaid-e-Azam इन वाक़यात पर रंजीदा थे। Quaid-e-Azam was shocked at these occurrings in India on the ways. Despite this means इस सब के बावजूद, ही एक्सटेंडेड, उन्होंने बढ़ाया, द हैंड ऑफ फ्रेंडशिप, दोस्ती का हाथ, टूवर्ड्स इंडिया, इंडिया की तरफ, विद व्यू, इस ख्याल से, दैट एनिमी ऑफ टुडे मे बी अ फ्रेंड ऑफ टुमारो, कि आज का दुश्मन कल का दोस्त बन सकता है, कि आज का दुश्मन कल का दोस्त बन सकता है। व्हाट हैपेंड? Despite this, he extended the hand of friendship towards India with view that enemy of today may be a friend of tomorrow. इस सब के बावजूद कायद-ए-आज़म ने इंडिया की तरफ दोस्ती का हाथ बढ़ाया इस ख्याल से कि आज का दुश्मन कल का दोस्त बन सकता है। कायद-ए-आज़म extended hand, कायद-ए-आज़म offered India a friendship because he thought that enemy of today can be friend of tomorrow. So enemy of today can be friend of tomorrow. Why Quaid-e-Azam extended hand of friendship? Because he thought that enemy of today can be a friend of tomorrow. So why first year of Pakistan was terrible? Because Muslims were being killed Muslims were being imprisoned and they were in troubles. So we are done with first para. Now we are moving toward second para. There was much in those days of violence to sadden Jinnah, who was a man of very strong feelings, although he rarely showed it. There was much in those days of violence. उन दिनों तशद्दुद इतना ज़्यादा था. To sadden Jinnah, जिसने जिन्ना को परेशान कर दिया. Who was a man of very strong feelings, जो कि एक बहुत मजबूत एहसासात के मालिक थे. although अगरचे he rarely showed it, उन्होंने बहुत कम ये जाहिर किया था. There was much in those days of violence to sadden Jinnah, who was a man of very strong feelings, although he rarely showed it. उन दिनों तशद्दुद इतना ज़्यादा था जिसने जिन्ना को भी परेशान कर दिया, जो कि नहायत मजबूत एहसासात का मालिक था, अगरचे उन्होंने कभी कभार इस परेशानी का इजहार किया. उन्होंने बहुत कम इस परेशानी का इजहार किया. So in those days the cruelty were at the top of the list and Muslims were being killed. So Quaid-e-Azam was very sad due to these cruelties done by Indian, though he rarely showed his problems. He rarely showed his sadness. Yet those who were close to him on Independence Day sometimes saw for a few moments a happier man. Yet those who were close to him, जो उसके करीब थे, on Independence Day, आज़ादी के दिन, sometimes किसी वक्त सा देखा, for a few moments कुछ लम्हात के लिए, a happier man एक खुश आदमी. Yet those who were close to him on Independence Day sometimes saw for a few moments a happier man. फिर भी वो लोग जो योम आज़ादी पर आपके करीब रहे, उन्होंने आपको चंद लम्हों के लिए बहुत पहले से ज़्यादा खुश देखा. उन्होंने आपको चंद लम्हों के लिए खुश देखा. So on Independence Day, those who were close to Quaid-e-Azam, they saw a bit happy man, happier than the previous times. He was happy at the Independence Day that Muslims got rid of Indian subjugations, Indian cruelties, Indian atrocities. Once he went to the balcony of the governor house. Once he went to, एक दफ़ा वो गए, the balcony of the governor house की balcony में. From एक दफ़ा वो गवर्नर हाउस की बालकनी में गए. Once he went to the gallery of the governor house, from where he could see without being seen. From where he could see, जहाँ से वो देख सकते थे, without being seen, खुद दिखाई दिए बग़ैर, यानी खुद नहीं दिखाई दे रहे थे और बाकियों को देख सकते थे. From where he could see without being seen means from the balcony he could see everybody without being seen. And as he looked on the crowd still cheering, और जब उन्होंने हुजूम को देखा जो अभी तक खुशियाँ मना रहे थे, in the streets गलियों में, outside बाहर, he smiled, वो मुस्कुराए. What happened? And he looked on the crowd still cheering in the streets outside, he smiled. और उन्होंने बाहर गलियों में देखा जहाँ लोग अभी तक खुशियाँ मना रहे थे तो वो मुस्कुराए. Means once Quaid-e-Azam went into the gallery of governor house, he saw outside the people were still cheering, feeling very happy in the streets outside, and he smiled on this, that people are very happy. So underline this word cheering, feeling very happy. Balcony, gallery. In that smile, इस मुस्कुराहट में could be seen, देखा जा सकता था, the warm hearted man, the warm hearted man, एक हमदर्द आदमी, मजबूत आदमी, प्यार करने वाला आदमी, behind the stern, किसके पीछे, बहुत मजबूत कायदे आज़म के पीछे, मीन्स अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग मैन, एक बहुत ही, इस मुस्कुराहट के पीछे एक बहुत ही मजबूत और हमदर्द कायदे आज़म को देखा जा सकता था। एक बहुत ही मजबूत कायदे आज़म के पीछे इस मुस्कुराहट में एक हमदर्द आदमी देखा जा सकता था। सो इन behind that smile, a very strong, sympathetic, strong and loving man could be seen. Now, underline this word warm-hearted, which means sympathetic, strong and loving. Stern, very strong. Stern, very strong. So, dear students, what made Jinnah sad? So, the violence in those days made Jinnah very sad. And why Quaid-e-Azam was not feeling so happy? Because of that violence, Quaid-e-Azam was not feeling so happy. When Quaid-e-Azam felt a bit happy, he showed smile when he went at the balcony, at the gallery of the, when he went to the gallery of the governor house, when he saw outside, people were feeling very happy, people were cheering in the streets that they are now free. So Quaid-e-Azam was feeling very happy. So dear student, what we have learned today we learned that thinking about Muslims, that Quaid-e-Azam was thinking about Muslims, that they were in subjugation, they were being killed on the ways, so he was a bit sad. Enemy of today may be a friend of tomorrow. So Quaid-e-Azam stretched a hand of friendship towards India and said that enemy of today may be a friend of tomorrow. So man of strong feelings, though he saw a number of cruelties, a number of atrocities from Indian, but he was a man of very strong feelings and he was a very stern man. Stern, S-T-E-R-N, stern man, firm man, strong man. So, dear students, once he went to the balcony and he saw that people are cheering outside, so he felt very happy. So, now we are moving towards homework. That what's your homework today? Write new words and their English meanings which you have learned today. So dear students, you have learned a number of new words today. Kindly underline these words in your books, write in your notebooks and also write their English meanings which I have told you people. So this is your homework. Kindly write on your notebooks and send it to me. Thank you so much for watching.